What's happening, everybody, man? This Don Bucks. This is the home of money conversations. Like to welcome everybody to Rap and Dope. What's happening? I missed y'all yesterday. A couple birthdays going on this weekend, so I didn't tap in with y'all the past couple days. I told y'all I was going to be on here every day. Hey, hey, I'm here. I'm here today, though. I made it. So today, this is kind of a special evening because this is a live session in my Breadwinner Society. So I decided to open it up to the public today. The public, that being the YouTube world. So this is what I do every Sunday at 8 o'clock with the Breadwinner Society. Feel free to come tap in with me. The link is in the description. You come tap in with me live, ask questions about your business, what we have going on as far as, how to create digital products, how to invest properly. These are the two major things that has the wealth gap the way that it is. So y'all know over here at Rap and Dough, that's our focus. We're going to do whatever we can do, the little that we can do. We're going to do our part to facilitate the closing of this wealth gap. You heard? So this week, what I wanted to tap in and talk about was mindset. Yes, a lot of talk about mindset going on, but for good reason. Everything starts with mindset. Like we all want to create this generational wealth. We all want to get this money, but we can't shortcut the shortcut. What I mean by that is, using our mind is the shortcut. We be trying to, try to find the fastest way to do things, not trying to study, quitting at the first sight of hardship. I talked about this in one of my first books I wrote, that none of this stuff is going to happen until you get your mind right. And what is that? What is getting your mind right? That is, for one thing that a lot of us, even myself, had a problem with, or still to this day have a problem with, is goal setting goals. Because a lot of us, we say, yeah, I got it in my head, like I remember it. And a lot of times we don't remember it because we have so many thoughts. I think we process 6 million thoughts or 600,000 thoughts, something crazy, on a daily basis. So, to say we got it in our head is kind of like, arrogance. To think we're just going to remember everything that we need to remember. Sometimes we have to write this stuff down. But more importantly, our goals. If we don't have a target, how are we going to hit a target if we don't have a target? And that's what our goals are going to be playing a part as. The goals are the target, right? Does that make sense? The goals are the target. So, and everybody's goals are different. Everybody might not want to be a millionaire, but you do have to decide what that is for you, right? That takes brain work. And a lot of times the dope shit that we need to be doing is not physical labor. Like the really dope stuff that's going to get us to the next level is not physical labor. It's actually sitting down, having to sit down with yourself and being honest. Like really sitting down with like no music on and a piece of paper and a pen. That's the dope. They call that inner work. Y'all focus on this outer, trying to do all the outer, but forgetting to do the inner work. That's figuring out what your goals really are, right? Because now that we have the goals, if once we have them written down and they're at top of mind, because now we know exactly what we want and where we're trying to go. So now our brain can start working on what exactly we said we wanted. Like we be sleeping on the brain power that we have. Like our brain and our thoughts are energy. All this is energy. But if you don't have no specific goals written down, your brain can't go to work and bring stuff into your life because you're not specific. All right. So goals. But that's where I believe everything stems from. I think that's where everything stems from. Because without the goals, you're not going to be trying to learn every day. All right. Because once you have goals and you start moving down the path towards your goals, you're going to start realizing that, yo, I need to sharpen up on this. I need to sharpen up on that. Right. But if you don't have no goals, that's why I say everything starts from there. You're not going to think you need to be learning every day, reading every day. You're not going to think you need to do it. So this is why the goals are important. I call this a reset. This is a reset because leading up to this day today, I've been talking about all the outer work, all the how-tos, how to create an ebook, how to put a dividend portfolio together. I've been talking about hows for a minute now. And if you didn't buy my first book, the recipe, that's cool because I'm revising it. But in the beginning of it, I didn't go into any how-tos until I got past, made sure I hammered home the mindset part. So I'm like, look, none of this stuff is going to work if your mind ain't right. So here we are yet again. That's why I said this is a reset because I believe we got to get this part first before we can start talking about anything else, any how-tos. Now, you can get the how-to if you want. You can get the how-to, but you're not going to be able to maintain it because your mind ain't right. Ask me how I know. So on top of that, like I said, if you don't have any goals, you're not going to try to relearn every day. You're not going to be trying to read every day. Right. But also you have to protect this mindset because trust and believe everybody is not, the masses are not thinking like this. This is why there's a limited amount of people that's free. Because the people that are free, that can do what they want to do out here, do stuff that the masses are not doing. So you got to do it, and success leaves clues. It's not even a secret anymore. Like once you start reading and tapping in with people, you'll start realizing that they put exactly how they did everything in books. This stuff is in books. So what I meant by keeping this positive mindset, you have to start purposely, consciously thinking about what you listening to, what we are saying, because all that plays a part with this mindset. Like, but then that goes into what you believe too. So you go to that mindset again. What do you believe? What's your beliefs? Because that's what those are thoughts, where your thoughts going to originate from, what you believe. So you might have to change your belief system. How do you do that? Read. That's one way. Get around other people that are trying to do what you're trying to do, right? So a lot of times we just got to get out our own way. Like we know all this stuff, we know the right stuff to be doing, but sometimes we just, for whatever reason, decide not to do the shit. So at the end of the day, we don't have nobody to blame for not doing what we know we need to be doing, right? But yeah, we have to get out our own way a lot of times. Uh, just doing the thing that we know we're supposed to be doing. Like today, for instance, this live right here, I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like it. Keep it a buck. I ain't feel like doing it, but it needs to be done, and I know I have to do it. Nobody says you have to like it, but you got to get used to it. This is part of the work, like doing the stuff that you know you need to be doing, even when you don't feel like it. All right. And not only when you don't feel like it, even when you don't see any results immediately. They say it takes 10 years to build a brand. So if that's what you're interested in, building a brand, just know that stop comparing yourself to other people that you might see an anomaly of somebody that, I mean, take off and it happens fast. So what? That's an anomaly. A lot of times that's what's promoted, that fast success, because it is amazing. It is dope. See meteoric rises real quick. That's dope. But the reality is it don't happen like that all the time, right? So you got to keep going even though you don't see the results immediately. You know what I'm saying? So this was a reset video. I ain't want to talk about any how-tos in like in regards to, business per se, but all of it is tied in. This is tied in. This is a how-to as well. But I think this is the pre-game. This is the work that you do before and during. Before and during. So we got to get in tune with, you know what I mean, tighten up this mindset. What book am I reading right now? I'm reading Becoming Supernatural, right? Tapping into the different levels of our mind, knowing that there's different levels of our mind. What else am I reading? Um, I'm about to start the 10x rule. About to start this one. Y'all can see that. Where camera? Y'all get it. 10x rule by what's his name? Grant Cardone. So yeah, this is how you gain, footing. Like you get better and better. If you're learning every day, that's more and more ammunition you have. Right? We need to be arming ourselves with this ammunition, this brain food. But like I said, this was a reset because sometimes you got to get back to the basics. You got to get back to the basics, and this is the basics. If you don't have any goals, what are we even doing here? But I'm here to tell you that they're important. Goals are important, like writing them down and being specific, like literally being specific. I want a house with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. You know what I'm saying? I want, a 2-car garage in this state. I want to pay this much for it, like specific. that specific. I want this kind of husband. I want this kind of wife. On and on and on. But if you don't have any goals, you won't know when you reached it. You'll be all over the place. Ask me how I know, because I did it. I ran in the circles trying to do it without it. But when I started writing down my goals, specific goals, it started happening one after the next. And it's like magic. Like I'm surprised at myself and what I'm getting accomplished. But it's simple as writing down your goal, and now you be specific. Now your brain can start working on those specifics, bringing different events and situations into your life because you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, and you're acting on your thoughts, because everything starts as a thought. You're not going to do something without thinking it first, right? Even if it's a subconscious thought, something that you done condition your brain to do, like brain muscle memory. So it's still a thought. Everything starts from thoughts. So specific goals. Now you have the thoughts. Now that those thoughts can start working into your actions, before you know it, your goals start happening one after the next. All right, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Hope that was beneficial. Everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button if you will. Also hit the notification bell for when I go live. So till next time, it's your man Don Bucks. This is Rapping Doe. See y'all.